Good morning. Welcome. 5 Play Friday live in the morning. It's our penultimate episode. One more episode to go for the season. We are done here in California. We've had the state finals last weekend. Obviously, congratulations to everybody who was assigned a game there. That's fantastic. I have to pardon my voice. I'm a little roughed up in the throat. We've learned a lesson. Went out and did some yard work. The honey-do list that accumulates through the season. And then there was a dusty experience, and it's staying with me. So, lesson learned. Don't do yard work. Hope everyone's doing well. Tom, good to see you. Indeed. So there'll be a lot of drama on the court. Officiating questions will come into play. All right, so today we're looking at end-of-game scenarios, more extended views of end-of-game scenarios. Obviously, the culmination of the season is the playoffs. And it's when all of our skills come to bear in these playoff games. These are the most important games of the season, etc. And we want to bring all of our, we've worked on our game, we've developed our skills, we are what we are, we're ready for the game, etc. Do we execute on the court in key moments? Do we have the habits and fundamentals? That's what we're looking at today with our plays, which will be kind of extended. So looking forward to that. Rod, good to see you from Charlotte. Let me slide over just a little bit. Indeed, Michael Myers in the house. Good to see you, Michael. So, when I go live, a bunch of comments appear like they're all queued up, but it's not all the comments. Because obviously, Kelly has made a comment previously, and I don't see that. I don't think that's my tech team. Hey, shout out to my tech team for a great season. Paulphilia in the Rockies. Well, it should be snowy in the Rockies, don't you think? Richard from Rhode Island. Mike Connors in the house. Indeed, the Ides of March are upon us. Okay. That's a good celebration of Pi Day. Good morning, Jason Hayes. Mike, got a playoff game. All right, Mike, are you going to bring all of your skills to bear in this semifinal playoff game? I am confident you will. But, of course, there are situations that occur in the game. So I attended a couple of games from the state finals. It's about hour and 20-minute drive from my house here in the beautiful San Francisco Bay Area. And I watched one complete game, and this crew was fantastic. They were really fantastic. I was trying to think, well, what is it that makes this crew come off as fantastic, right? First of all, they were, just their demeanor on the court left no doubt, right? Our demeanor on the court, we are here for the game. We are going to do all the things, right? There's no break in that. Look the part, obviously. These are obviously collegiate officials, etc. Super strong, great for the men's game to have them on the court. So these are the dynamics. They call the game. There's just no bullshit in the game. There's just no bullshit put into the game by the officiating crew. That's so important in playoff games. It's not about you, ref, right? We're here to allow these teams to compete safely and fairly and what have you. And then the other was crew communication. Impeccable, dynamic, great, all boxes ticked in terms of communication. It wasn't overdone. It wasn't showy. Hey, look at us, do these things, etc. It was just the basics, no stone left unturned. We're going to make sure we're communicating where we're bringing the throw in, how many timeouts, fouls, etc., all the things, right? And this crew was really elite at that. And these are the things that jump off as an observer of a game. Now, the game that they had was very competitive, very competitive, very competitive, and then got not so competitive. So we don't have any end-of-game situations where our crew, which was doing great, gets presented with a rules situation, which we may see on today's show, where we're unsure, we don't know, right? We don't expose any weaknesses along the way. Sometimes the game allows you to come through unscathed, but yeah, I was just really impressed. And those are the elements that made it so impressive, especially the crew communication. It was really, really jumped off as being exceptional. Jordan in North Carolina coming strong. Kelly from North Carolina coming strong. Huh. Now maybe that came first. I don't know. Now, Chris, do you always come from Rapid City, or is that indicative of something you've got going on today? Let me know. I know in South Dakota, everybody gets together at a location for playoffs. Let me know what you've got going, Chris. Ken Fort, you don't even have to tell me, from Pennsylvania. Oh, the scruff is coming. It's coming. Oh, absolutely, Jason. Good morning, Reese. Good morning. I am loving the coffee this morning. Michael, what you got going? You had a women's collegiate playoff game? Is that done? I hope that went well. Yeah. I caught that. I caught that little. He's like drop in like a little hint, a little breadcrumb for us to follow. Ted, does that mean no state playoff? Yeah. Okay. Spring Grove, Pennsylvania, York County. Yes, got you, Kenan. Got you. Kamali in the house. Good to see you. Wait, what's this? Oh, happy anniversary to me. And the elite, the real tech team. Come on now. Come on now. Grace is our support, and we are super appreciative. Let's put it that way. Yeah. Thank you, Jason. Thank you. Thank you. You've got it summed up, Michael. One of the things we want to be have is elite understanding of what's going on in the game, and obviously you do. There it is. Okay. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Well, have a great game, Michael, obviously. Obviously. And again, right, so it's a showcase game. What do we, the game may present all sorts of issues for you. It may present no issues for you. It may be just smooth sailing, non-competitive, patient offense, zone defense. Who knows, right? Or it could be a fast-paced, a lot of decisions, block charge calls, etc. Who knows? All we have to do is be prepared for all situations. We are prepared. We are prepared as an individual. We are prepared as a crew. We go forth. The game presents itself, and we do we do the best we can. Obviously, for the game is number one, and for our crew, and for ourselves. Oh, okay. We have switched sports. I hope that goes well for you, Randy. All right, Rockford. Excellent. Are you have that upcoming or that is complete? Well, that's congratulations on getting that assignment, right? As we start officiating, right? So when I started officiating, I started officiating CYO basketball, and then after a year of CYO basketball, I wanted to do high school, and I started doing high school. But when I got my CYO championship game, it's like that's a big deal to me, man, and I know it's a big deal to the kids. But again, it's like, oh, well, whatever skills I have cobbled together during my first year, second year, etc., I'm going to bring them to bear on this game. You know, so congratulations on getting that. Ray, I think that might be partner contact in shorthand. I think Ray and I have some kids' games together. Man, when I got married, officiating basketball was not something you would have knocked me over with a feather if you said you're going to be officiating high school basketball. Oh, well, so I personally did lacrosse for a couple of seasons. They were, we need officials, etc. And that sport, it kind of shocked me when it first started. It's like, holy crap, these guys are whacking each other. And then I realized, hey, wait a minute, lacrosse is an outdoor sport. So remember when I used to go to the gym for a high school game, and you look over and there's lights over on the field, and you realize, hey, there's some soccer refs out there. It's freezing and the wind is going this way and it's raining, and those poor bastards are out there officiating the game. Well, I had a few of those experiences doing lacrosse, and for whatever reason, my lacrosse career came to an end. Good to see you. All right, Ray. All right, we are good. Let me make sure. Okay. We are done fooling around. Ah, okay. All right. Okay. Hey. One. Okay. What do we get at the end of the season? We get playoffs. We get high intensity, high scrutiny. All of our skills need to come to bear, and we can see where we stand as officials. If we've been doing all the things and analyzing game video, we're better prepared. So let's look at some plays today. How many plays? 5 plays. Stick around. I pressed the wrong button. No previews for you. God damn it. Oh. Play. Go there. Hoi, hoi, hoi. Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to 5 Play Friday. We analyze game videos so that we can all get better. Why do we want to get better? For the games that we're going to have, the critical games, the games where we need to be our best. One of the ways we can do that is analyze our own game video. Obviously, that's number one, but we can also look at other video, look at plays, look at all of the things so that we can incorporate what the positives and the negatives are into our game, so that when we have the big game, the important decisions in the game, we can be the best we can for the game. Greetings, everyone. My name is Greg Austin with A Better Official. We craft video to help basketball officials get better. Let's look at our very first play today, a You Make the Call play. What do you have on this end of period play? All right, last second shot. Center, opposite the table, has responsibility for a last second shot, emphatically waves it off. Great call, ref. Is that what you have on the play? Let me know your ruling on the play. And we're going to look at all the things. So stick around to the end of the video and we'll look at all of the things on play number 1. All right, let's move on. Play number 2. Except for live stream viewers, hey, back at the start of the show, we had that play, that last second shot, emphatically wiped off by the center official. Let's look and review all of the things on play number 1. All right. So, of course, last week we had the situation from New Jersey where a calling official scored a goal in the final second of a playoff game, etc., and then emphatically scored the goal. And then one of their partners came in and there was a discussion and the ruling was changed. And the question has to be, as officials, when we officiate the game, are we going to do what's right for the game? Right? Our partner here as center is unequivocal. No shot, which is great, right? But if you are the other two officials, you have to have an opinion about this play. And if you have an opinion about this play, you have to insert yourself into the game and let your partner know what you have on the play. That's what's missing here, right? This is obviously out of the hand in time. And we can't, as non-calling officials, non-ruling officials in this situation, we can't just allow our crew member to make a ruling in this. Who has the worst look at this play? This is a great example of if you are center opposite and there is a 3-point try from the corner on a last second shot, who has the best look on the play? The lead, the trail, right? We can make a decision about which one has a better look on the play. Who has the worst look? The center who sees the ball coming off the hand in this direction, right? And it has basically a straight line look on the release. This ball is clearly out of the hand prior to these lights, so it's not a question of the horn, etc., some sort of timing issue or a quiet horn or anything like that. This ball is clearly out of the hand, but what's missing on the play is one of the other officials saying, hey, wait a minute, partner, hold on. I am 100% that was out of the hand before the horn. I am 100%. I know you came with your big wipe off, and it would, we'd have to eat a little crow, as it were. But again, the game comes first. Now, we have a sort of relatively non-competitive game, 16-point lead, end of the third period. The team that's ahead we're wiping their shot. These are not real factors in the play. We want to get plays right. And we want to get experience in situations like this where our partner has made a ruling and we have something different, and what we have that's different, we are 100% sure of. So that when this shot happens at the key moment, at the end of the game, we are going to be there for the game, right? And this is a great chance to insert ourselves here and say, partner, hold on. I know you wiped this play. I am 100% positive the ball was out of the hand. We need to score the goal, right? Declarative statements. I am positive It was out of the hand. We need to score the goal, right? And if you are the calling official, say, you have to be willing to accept that as well. If your partners are coming, go to your lead and say, lead, what did you have on the play? He said, absolutely out of the hand, man. I'm sorry, or whatever, right? Get plays right. Get plays right and find opportunities to work as a crew to get plays right. If we do that, we're going to position ourselves so that at key moments where it's absolutely essential, where like this time of year, when there's playoff games, somebody loses and goes home, and that's the last game of their high school career. We want to get plays right, man, and we have to do what's right for the game. This is a great opportunity to get reps doing that and do the right thing for the game. That is a great example. I wish I had this play last week after the New Jersey play, right? Because like Jason Hayes said last week, there's no way I'm coming to my partner unless I'm 100% sure. But if you're 100% sure, you have to go to your partner. You have to. There's no like, well, man, they're over there wiping super emphatically, etc. I don't want to embarrass my partner. That's what we have to avoid. Whoa. Hey, nobody swears more than me, man. Am I lenient with players who swear on the court? Absolutely. Score it! Score it! Oh man! So what do we have here? We have the ideal scenario. We have lights on the backboard. We have the game clock above the basket and a shot clock above the basket. This is the holy grail of high school officiating. If we can get this in our game, that's awesome. We have a scoreboard over here that has the timeouts, has the team fouls, all the things. So we're poised for success. And one of those things we'll see in subsequent videos that drives me crazy, which we don't have on the NCAA women's side, is the timeout taking over the game clock. So we have a situation where there's 1.7 seconds on the clock, and we have a timeout, and we don't have access to the 1.7. Yes, without the illuminated horn is the determining factor. And so, you could have a situation where the horn is muffled, what have you. The lights on the backboard make this super obvious. In this situation, what would we want from our lead as well is how are they going to position themselves? Where is the game at this point, right? If you are lead, I would be wider, right? Because I want to be able to make sure that I have a look at that shot. Where's the game, man? Is there anything other than, is there something in the lane in my primary coverage area? Do I have an illegal screen by blue 3 here? All of that is going to be achieved by getting wider here and having an opinion about the last shot. Ooh. Ooh. And that's really important to recognize, Tom. That's really important to recognize. Both as the calling official and as your partners. I know where can my crew officiate best? Who's the weakest link here? Who has the worst look? Great advice, Ted. Great advice. Hey, Dave, good to see you. I see you have your priorities straight. That's excellent. Adam, where you been, man? Where you been? Ah, okay. Gotcha, Rick. Absolutely. Absolutely, Sam. Hey, Daryl, good to see you. I got a survey. Hey, look. Wearing that a long time. Actually, I have not been wearing this a long time. This is my actual wedding band. My actual wedding band. It is painful to wear. So my wife got me this silicone band, and it's very comfy. Very comfy, and I never take it off. Okay, where do we stand? I've moved on to play number 2. All right, so for live stream viewers, these plays are going to be longer because, there's a lot of stuff going on. So we have moved on, and we are looking at play number 2. What do we got? So we have an end of game situation from Kansas. Let's take a look at all of the things in this end of game situation. What a shot that was. That was incredible. Last second 3-point goal. We love that. We love that in the game. But let's look at all of the things that we have by this crew in this situation. All right. We got a great job here of recognition of we have a player in distress in the backcourt, and our trail official recognizes a teammate is calling a timeout. This is fantastic. We want to have that awareness on the court. This, again, you look at an end of game situation. We're going to talk about a critical mistake in this situation, but you look at end of game situations, and there are positive, mistake, negative, etc. Right? We want to analyze all of those things so that we can get better as officials. Let's move on. We're granting the timeout. Now, the official who grants the timeout is the lead, or rather is the trail on the play. But when we come out of the timeout, we're not in that same configuration. Now, you might say, hey, in my game, in 3.8 seconds, I want to position my crew. This is something that's done at the collegiate level. I want my center opposite the table. Or we're not opposite the table here. We're going to be table side. But maybe I want my trail to be, the best at last second shot or whatever. I want my most experienced official there. I want my least experienced official as the lead or whatever, however you want to do. But we come out of this situation and the trail is no longer administering the throw-in. And then we've got a last-second consultation by the new lead who goes to the table. Now watch the actions of the trail here. He's ready to go, right? Indicate, spot throw-in. He's ready to go, right? Where's our crew at, man? You got to know where your crew is in this situation. For every throw-in, you've got to know where your crew is. We've got an obvious foul. Our center's in great position. We're going to have a sideline throw-in at the 28-foot line. We got a player who is shaken up on the play, needs a substitute. We sort of have an unofficiated substitution here. We got, the body language of the crew here. Is that what we want in this situation? I would say maybe I'd want something different. We have really lame cheerleader action here. I mean, this is the best you have in this big moment. Come on now. We got to look at all the things, man. Right, but we're coming in, 28-foot line, very specific. Our lead official is snug on the sideline. I mean, I think what we would want to have is, is somebody being held here, etc. Are we in the bonus? We don't want to miss anything. If we have an illegal screen or what have you. I don't know if that's the best position for the lead official to be distracted by the sideline action. But in the end, a tremendous final shot. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Yeah. But what do we have to look at here? Obviously, the key moment here is when we come out at this point here. Again, we have to do what's best for the game. We've talked as a crew. We know this is a designated spot throw-in. We are indicating this is a designated spot throw-in. Our coach has been on TikTok and he saw these trick plays or whatever and wants to, right? And we have a player. This is a throw-in violation, man. It's a throw-in violation. If we get hung up as the trail official here and our brain says, wait a minute, I don't know, but we're unsure, what do we need to do as a crew? This is an obvious violation. We need to be aware of the situation. This is the primary responsibility of the trail official. But we have to do what's best for the game, man. If you are the center official, you have to say, wait a minute, that's a violation, right? And come and get the play right. We don't do that. And of course, another key thing is our lead official is at the table. They are at the table here. We have to wait until our crew is in proper position. That way we have 3 sets of eyes who can help in this situation. If you're that new lead official and you're running across the court, are you going to come and help in this situation? And would you come and help if you were in proper position, which would be like at the 28-foot line in the front court, and you recognize this play in the back court? Would you come as the new lead official from 100 miles away to get this obvious violation? Man, we got to do what's right for the game, man. We got to do what's right for the game, or at least stop play and say, hey, hold on, I have an issue. So in the game, what do we have? In our game, what do we have? Our crew has made a mistake on an obvious violation that allowed the team that the mistake favored to have an opportunity to win the game, and it allowed their opponent no opportunity to rectify or overcome our officiating mistake. And these are situations we have to avoid as officials. Now, if we make this ruling at 2 minutes into the second period, we miss this play. We have made a big mistake. This is a grave mistake. Or, well, it's a big mistake. It's not a grave mistake because the opponent who was affected by the ruling has, another 25 minutes of game time to, 22 minutes, whatever, to overcome that mistake. But in a situation like this, the team has none, right? So that's what we want to do, is be better prepared for these situations and able to get them right, and able as a crew to come out of our comfort zone and say, wait a minute, I have to do what's right for the game here. I have to do what's right. I will tell you this, what's right for the game at the moment here on 5 Play Friday is for me to take a moment to show my appreciation and thank our tremendous show supporters who help fuel our broadcast. Ed Markey is up on the show supporter big board today, along with Eric Erickson, Matt Rossini, Gabriel Scott, and Steve Dunn Sr. Much appreciated and much love. If you want to be a show supporter, here's a link. There's links in all the usual places. And of course, I will put one up above as our season comes to an end. I'm super appreciative to all of our show supporters this season. All right, with that, let's move on to our next play. Except for live stream viewers. We've screwed it up. Adam, you've seen this. You've seen this movie before. This is a true statement. Oh no, Mr. Bell, no. Right. So again, this is also a situation where we have primary responsibilities. And if you don't have a primary responsibility on a play, what are you going to do when these things occur in the game? That's a huge question, is what are you going to do when this happens in your game and you are the center official or you are the new lead official? If you're the new lead here, you probably have no idea what just happened. How did the ball get over there? Right? And when can we come and correct this play? Once we have that foul in the front court, I don't think we have an opportunity to go back and say, hey, wait a minute. Pardon me. Correct. It is a violation. Yeah, you've summed it up better than me, Mike. It changes the game. I mean, obviously, if we get the call correct here, the home team with a 2-point lead and I think it was 3.8 seconds, they're going to throw the ball in. We're going to have a take foul. They're going to attempt, assume, yeah, the visitors our home team would be in the bonus. They would attempt 2 free throws. The result, the team could still have a chance if both free throws were missed. They grab a rebound. They've got basically 3 seconds to throw the ball up court for a last-second shot. But, yeah. But I don't want to discount the fact that we got a great last-second shot, man. We got a great last-second shot. Where's my cursor? Let's review that one more time. Because these are great ways to end games, right? When we get a last-second shot that goes in, a miracle, unexpected. 1.4. I wouldn't stand there. We're getting out of here, man. Get out, ref. Come on. Woo. Awesome. Awesome. I love it. You think he knew they missed it because we're coming in here at this point and he's saying that sort of the behavior of the new lead? I don't know. All right. We're moving on. Okay. Let's take a look. We've got more end-of-game drama, crew behavior, communication, etc. Let's look at this play and last seconds from Texas. Let's take a look. I'm going to go back because this is not from Texas. All right, we've got to play now an end-of-game situation from Iowa, right? The pressure's on in end-of-game situations. Let's take a look at this scenario. Okay, we have that scenario. You know that one, right? So it's a 6-point game. Really, White has very little opportunity to win this game. They steal the inbounds pass. They release a long 3-point try that's unsuccessful. The putback is successful. And in a moment of desperation, a player from White throws the ball out of bounds, right? We have specific instruction, NFHS, in this situation, that these efforts to stop the clock by the team that's trailing here shall be ignored. And our new lead official, new trail official, seems to be aware of that situation. But we have a stoppage from one of the other two officials. Our center official has a hand go up prior to the expiration of time. Our new lead, who's down by the There's a question about whether there was a timeout request. I don't see one, but there's a stoppage. And since there is a stoppage in this instance, we need to do the correct thing in this situation, which would be to assess a technical foul on White. That's what this crew does. Free throws are attempted. The game is over. But it's a great opportunity to review this scenario where White, in an act of desperation, does something, batting the ball out of bounds here in an effort to stop the clock. Now, normally this would be a delay of game violation, but our instruction by rule here is to...
Fans wanting...
But our instruction by rule here is to simply ignore the action and allow the clock to expire. Challenging in these moments not to react. Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa, something. It's got to be something. Right? We have to have our heads about us in these situations. The fantastic news is that once we have stopped play, this crew did the correct thing. We have to assess a technical foul in that situation. It's not simply going to be, okay, wait a minute, that's a delay of game violation. And there was no material impact on the game. But something we have to be aware of in end-of-game situations is teams are going to do desperate things, and we have to be ready for those moments. It's Ted. It's a real life example of a case play comment. It's a comment to a case play. All right, not a lot on that. So 7:54. We'll just go ahead and move on. Mumbling. That's what I do best.
And swearing.
Yes, we love the swearing. Okay. All right, let's see. Okay. Let's look at another end-of-game scenario where our rules knowledge is critical in how we handle situations. Let's look at this last second situation from Texas.
Fans wanting Newhome to pull the trigger. They're taking their time on this possession. Braz is back, kicking it out. Down to 11.
Pull it. Gotta put something up at some point.
Down to 6. Putting one up. It's no good. Tipped around. Newhome gets the rebound. A heave at the buzzer. It's off the mark.
That's it.
Newhome falls by 1.
That's it.
Hold on. They might put some more time on the clock.
The problem is there's no buzzer. That's game. That's got to be game. 0.3? What? No.
They're putting 3.3 left on the clock?
No. That's ridiculous. There's no way. There's no way there's 3 seconds left in this game. What? Before they put up a shot.
So Newhome going to get possession. They have 0.3 seconds. Pretty much you just have time for a tip-in.
You've seen crazier things happen, right?
I've seen Derek Fisher. I remember watching Derek Fisher do it against the Spurs live in 04.
I love seeing you on the edge of your seat.
I haven't stood up yet, though.
That's crazy to me.
All right. 0.3 seconds left here in overtime. Livepan leads by 1. As we had another timeout.
Just had to take a look at it.
You might as well.
But if Livepan cannot foul.
Quick inbound. Heave. It's good. It's good. It's good by Cook.
You got to check it, but I think he got it.
They're going to have to look at this. They're going to have to look at this. Quick inbound to Caleb Cook.
They have to replay it, so they're going to come over to our broadcast table. The UIL comes out and says, hey, go back to your seats.
Let's wait. Big shoes here for Christian Venegas, our replay operator.
They might have done it. All right.
Let's see.
That's off before the buzzer.
Oh,
He got that
my
thing.
gosh. Caleb Cook.
He got that thing, man.
If you look. Yeah, if you look on the
Well,
replay.
when did they start the clock?
It's okay, it goes. Let's see.
I don't think, you can't really tell from that angle.
No, I mean, it's out of his hands when he.
The thing is, it goes through his hands and then it bounces off his chest. And then it's shoved forward from there.
I mean, it's desperation. I mean, 0.3.
You have to watch every single millisecond of this. I think he got that off.
Unbelievable.
The problem is, when do they start the clock? And when do you start it? I want to see the backside angle again where it goes here. This angle right here. All right, goes off his hands there. It's still at 0.3. When he gets the ball in his hands. All right, here we're about to get a call. I think. Oh, that's tough. It's still at 0.3 once the ball leaves his hands, which is hard to believe. Yeah, no shot.
No basket. And Livepan survives here in overtime. Oh my gosh. Whew.
That's as close as you can get. But I think they made the right call.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Drama, right? So there's obviously several things on this play. In Texas, I guess, they have an opportunity to review last-second shots by using video to see whether a ball was properly released before a horn. I think they can also look at whether it's a 2 or a 3 on a last-second shot. So the video is available to this crew in this last-second shot situation. So, but before we go anywhere, right, we have a situation where it appears that time expires and our lead official fights for 0.3 on the clock, and you could say, man, wait a minute, right? Did they just make that up, etc.? When I first watched it, I thought, oh, wait, time expired. But no. The ball hits the floor at 0.3. So that's a great get by our lead official here. Right? And again, we have an unusual action by a player who whacks the ball out of bounds. What if they hit it with their fist? My question is, we're overtime and it's 40-39? Need a shot clock, man. Right? Point 3, point 2. In this instance, it wouldn't matter, but it definitely hit the ground before the expiration of time. So that's a great get by our lead official. He's fighting to put time back on the clock. Neither of the other officials seem to have an opinion. Right, so we have point 3 end line throw in. We've got timeouts to be requested. All of the things. Our table crew at this point can't put point 3 up on the clock. That was disappointing. You know, that's another thing. We got to know that our table crew is going to be great in these situations. Our crew is getting together. We're discussing all of the things. What we should be discussing is, with point 3, you may not catch and release a try for goal. It's simple and straightforward. If you catch, it cannot be a try for goal. That's the key. What is a player allowed to do? They are allowed to tap the basketball. If they do, then we might have something different. All right, we got timeouts. We got great administration, allowing the game to breathe in this situation. Don't be in a hurry. Don't be in a anticipate what strategy might be employed by the teams. Make sure everybody's ready, etc. Our crew decides to stay in this configuration. We've got a last second play. We have nothing from the center. Clock failed to start on time. We've got drama. One thing we have to be aware of here is our trail official. They've got an arm up to help the shot clock operator. The arm never comes down, right? If you got a shot clock, we say to our shot clock operator, watch me, right? And we hold our arm and we don't start chop the clock. We are, our shot clock operator is like, wait, you said, no, I'm going to start it. Want to have great habits and fundamentals. We've got a ball that goes in. Our officials know they can go to the monitor, right? Our center official, our lead official, who seems to be in charge of the situation, goes to the center and says, we're scoring the goal. That's the ruling on the court. And then they're going to go to the table. They're going to get out stopwatches and see whether, maybe they wait a minute, we have an opportunity, we talk about getting reps. We have an opportunity to go to the table and review all of the things, etc. Maybe we've got collegiate experience and we have experience going to the monitor, etc. But this play is simple and straightforward. Once the player catches the ball, it cannot be a try for goal. This player catches the basketball. This cannot be a try for goal. This cannot be a successful goal in this situation. That's our key takeaway. It's not that complicated. Fortunately, in this situation, after all of the review, etc., the crew came away with, maybe at the table, they're like somebody said to, one official said to another, wait a minute, he catches the ball, that can't be a try. And that's the reason for the decision. We don't know the answer to that. What we do know is in this situation, our center official, once that player catches the ball, has to come in and wipe the heck out of that play. Wipe the heck out of that play. If you want to go to the monitor at that point, because you can, I suppose you could, but it's a simple thing. If you catch the ball in this situation, you cannot release a try for goal. Now, this play was a little unusual in that there was some contact by the defense, contact by the offensive player off of their chest, but in the end, it's the simplicity of the situation is you cannot catch and release a try for goal in this situation. So we have to have that critical rules knowledge in these scenarios. We have to communicate as a crew. What are we looking for in this situation? So that we can have a decision, information can come. Our trail official could come in and wipe it and say, he caught the ball. No shot. no shot, right? Once they catch, we cannot have a try. Okay, so it's great to see these plays so that when they happen in our game, we have a foot up on the situation. Whew. You cannot expect, but if you know, I mean, like our lead's in great position to see the clock at the other end when the ball goes out, right? And you don't necessarily, as the lead here, have to see the ball go out, right? Like if I'm lead here, I'm opening up to the clock. I'm aware the ball is coming down. I think it's great that the lead came with a number. I would want my outside officials to have a number as well. What they had on this, it obviously went out of bounds before the light, before the horn. So I love that. I love that. Who's this? Who's this that has appeared in the chat? To tap it. You have time to tap it in. A tap is a try for goal by batting the ball. Yes. Darwin says, no time. No, tap. Tap, not tip. Tap. Very few states, I think, allow the use of the monitor. Now, the fact that there is a monitor available to the crew, right? Let's think it through. Like if you're on this crew and we know we have the monitor available, let's go to the monitor and make sure or whatever. Like it could be in the back of our mind. We don't have to make a decision on the court, right? Because we have that as a backup. Is that positive or negative? Todd, you are 100% correct. That's it. That is it. Coming into the play, we have to be agreed as a crew what can and cannot happen. Now, some people have suggested about this play is I'm going to go to the visitors here, and I'm going to tell them you cannot catch and shoot, right? Should we do that? Is that giving them an advantage over the home team? Especially if there's a subsequent timeout and they could say, "Oh no, let's draw up a new play." I don't know that if asked, can we catch and shoot? I would say not by rule. No, you may not catch and shoot with 0.3 or less by rule. I would answer that question. I don't know that I'd offer that team that information. To do so, I think, would be to give an advantage over the opponent. If they went and drew up a play for a 3-point shot, that's on them, man. That's on them. Billy's got rules reference. If the goal was scored, and if it's a 2-point or 3-point. I like that. Because if our crew made a mistake, like let's say about a 3-point try for goal, when a 3-point try for goal tied the game, and if it was only a 2-point, it would lose the game on a last-second shot. It's like, have the monitor available, go to the monitor, man. Have a ruling on the court, go to the monitor. I love it if the technology is there. But inappropriate in this situation, in my opinion. That would be true. And obviously, with this contact here, and then the player catching, obviously time should have expired. And so if we're not going to make the ruling, pardon me. Hey, Chris, good morning. All right, so I'm going here. What do we got? All right. All right, with any end-of-game scenario, how a crew handles the final seconds of a game is critical. And we can learn from looking at how crews handle end-of-game situations. We can take away positives and negatives, but we must ensure that we take away the positives, the things that we'd want to be doing as a crew in end-of-game situations. Let's see how this crew handles the end of game.
And a timeout on the midi bench as
Smart.
Tim Kennedy preserving the possession.
Smart. He saw his guy was in trouble there. Could have lost the ball. Had a defender all over him, and Kennedy's an old basketball player. That was a smart move there.
Monarchs happy to have him. He played his high school ball at Sarah before he played at Loyola Marymount in Los Angeles, and he's been the midi coach for 16 seasons. All they've done is win 8 CCS titles, 2 state titles, 2 state runner-ups. They're 4-0 all-time in NorCal final appearances under Coach Kennedy, so they're trying to get to one more NorCal final with a win tonight.
And I know you're humble and you won't say this, but our guy
Started my play-by-play career in 1996-97 LMU season. Also covered him in the 97-98 season.
Nice.
He was 1 year behind me. I was a senior when he was a junior. 3-point lead for Tim Kennedy's Monarchs. They have the basketball. Up top, it's Caden Hutcherson. Hutcherson in the lane, held on to the basketball and somehow scored. What a play for the sophomore.
God.
He's having a terrific game. 12 of his 16 in this second half. 2:36 to go. Diekman outside catches Dealey. Dealey hits the three. Seamus Dealey's got 11. Big bucket there, and the Wolves are within 2.
Can these kids ball or what? The Wolves, is our scoreboard wrong, or is
I'm not sure if they're counting that as a 2. I thought that was a 3. We'll have to see if they update it or not. Right now they have it as a 3-point midi lead as Rip takes it against Dealey and draws the foul.
they don't seem to be going back to change it?
Here's a look, was he on the line? Oh yeah, he was.
He was?
Yeah, it looked like it.
I thought he was good there.
So it is a 2-point basket for Dealey, not a 3, and it is a 3-point lead for Mitty. Great job catching that by our producer and cameraman, Tim Banks. He does it all. Up top, Tyler Jones. Jones to his left, steps left of the lane, maintains that dribble, then kicks it out to Noronha. Still 17 to shoot, 1:51 on the game clock. Noronha puts it up with the right hand, can't convert. Dealey has his 4th rebound.
And great defense by Thomas there. He's favoring more of that right hand. Well done.
Mason Thomas up top for the Wolves. They're down by 3. That long range shot by Dealey ruled a 2, not a 3. Here's Moxley. Now Isaac. He's checked by Growl. He's going to shoot a long 3 over him. Left it short. Grab by Moxley. Moxley back to Isaac. Isaac in traffic. Somehow got it to fall. Isaac's got 15, 8 in the second half. The Wolves within 1. Brian Botti in a timeout on the San Ramon bench. We expected this one to go down to the wire.
And there's nothing major there, and probably sitting watching at home wishing they were still in the mix here.
49-48 our score in favor of the Monarchs. 1:13 to go. Walking up the basketball is Tyler Jones. He works against Isaac. And there's a bad pass by Noronha looking for a rip, and it's taken away by Moxley. So now the Wolves can go in front. We're now in the final minute. San Ramon Valley down by 1 on their home floor. It's been a terrific atmosphere tonight in Danville. Thomas to his left feeds Isaac. Isaac, the leading Wolves scorer in this game with 15. Now Thomas with 10 to shoot. Thomas drives and kicks. Diekman pump fakes with 7 on the shot clock, down to Moxley with 5. Moxley's pass and a foul on Mitty as he was trying to get it to Isaac. Foul on Tyler Jones, his first. It is not enough for the bonus yet, as that is just the third team foul on Mitty. The shot clock is off.
Sorry, 34 seconds left.
Yep, shot clock is off, 34 seconds to go. The inbounds goes to Moxley, he's got a layup. 6 of Moxley's 8 points in this fourth quarter, and the Wolves take the lead. 22 seconds to go. It's Gavin Rip against Dealey. We've been waiting for this matchup. Rip goes right at him. Can't score off the back iron. The rebound pulled in by Isaac. And Isaac is fouled with 13 seconds left.
And there's a little chatter back and forth, but that was Isaac just being Einstein-like IQ as a baller. He knows he's going to get contact from behind, and he got it the first time, didn't get the call, got it the second time, and did a great sales job and got the call. And now you got to hit your free throws here.
And now there's confusion over how many team fouls Mitty had. The board had 3 for a moment.
Did they call it on Rip?
Well, I don't think so. I think it should have been Noronha, the foul. The board has Noronha with his 3rd foul. And it is going to actually be the 15th foul on Mitty.
I don't know why. Are they bringing the ball back here?
Okay. So they had the guy at the free throw line who's going to shoot free throws, but it is now they're in fact ruling. A lot of confusion here. This was in fact the 14th foul on Mitty, so no free throws. The next foul on Mitty will put the Wolves at the line.
13 seconds.
13 seconds on the clock. Wolves basketball. They have a 1-point lead on that Moxley bucket. Isaac catches in the backcourt. He gets grabbed by Noronha. That's the 4th on Noronha.
And that's who you got to go to. You put money man Isaac on the line here.
San Ramon has not shot a free throw in the second half. Isaac is 0 for 1 from the line. He's got 15 points. Trying to make this a 3-point game. And the 6'3" junior, first team all East Bay Athletic League player, makes the first. Gavin Rip back in. He checks in for Bible. Tim Kennedy wants to call a timeout before the second free throw with 12 seconds to go, and San Ramon Valley in front by 2. We will keep it right here. We were expecting a close contest, and we've got just that between these 2 and 3 seeds in the NorCal Division I bracket. The winner will take on 4th seeded Granada in the final.
Hits this free throw. You're up 3.
3-point shooter for Mitty, but Tyler Jones and Gavin Rip can also hit threes, and even Noronha can hit threes as well for the Monarchs. Isaac trying to make it a 3-point game with this second free throw. 12 seconds to go. The winner gets Granada on Tuesday. Isaac makes the free throw, so he makes them both. It's a 3-point game. Monarchs basketball. This is Tyler Jones. Jones to his left with 7 seconds. Noronha, he'll find Rick. Rick with 3 seconds. Left it short. Out of bounds with 1 second.
I thought it was tipped, and that's what they're wondering. But no, now they're saying no. But I mean, that ball was 4 feet short from a Division I basketball player. It looked like it was tipped.
Just 1 second to go. The Wolves inbounding, and all they got to do is make sure not to turn it over. Dealey looking to inbound. He wants to throw it down the floor. Caught by Thomas, and that is it. The San Ramon Valley Wolves win on their home floor. They defeat the Archbishop Mini Monarchs 52-49.
All right, we're out of there. We're out of there. So, a lot of positives here. We have a timeout in the front court. We have designated the spot. We are clearly communicating. We're waiting patiently till teams get to their bench area before we start. It's only a 30, right? If we started early, then we're bringing them out, etc. Great habit of fundamental. We're towards the end of the game. We're 3 minutes left. We're checking on timeouts. We're communicating with our crew. Everybody's in great shape here in this situation. Both officials approach both benches at the same time. I think that's really important. Don't give one team, don't want one official, hey, get out here, let's play, and the other's not bringing them out, right? We want fairness. We're not super accurate with our designated spot here, but we're close enough, some would say. Open look officiating. Great drive. That is great action we want in our game. Again, we want to avoid putting any crap in our game with any calls that don't fit. Our crew's in great position here. Let's watch our leads rotation. Of course, we're always looking at these. It's like he is not officiating the on-ball matchup, right? But he knows the ball has settled. He's waiting for the wash of players to come across through his primary coverage area, right? If you are on this game and you are the lead and you are watching the basketball, then you say, hey, wait, there's a little room for improvement. I trust my partner is going to look at this play, right? Habits and fundamentals. Nothing coming from the weak side, right? We have got a player foot on the line. Our center official indicates the 2. Our announcers on the game don't pick it up. But we obviously don't indicate a 3 in this situation. Let's look at our officiating position here. Right? Notice how the lead steps out wider for this matchup. That's where you want to be. Right? So many officials officiate from the lane line extended, and they don't have the look that they need. This is the look that you need. Got to swipe down with the right hand, end line throw in. Everything's great there. Right? Confusion about that. Great rebound. Right, so we have a 1-possession game. White is down by 3. Lots of time still remaining. Patience. We want to call the obvious. We want to be aware of the consequence of our whistle. Does black have fouls to give? Yes. Yes, they do. Great offensive rebound. I love the no call. Again, that seems to certainly match what we had at the other end. We got a timeout. We got a 1-point ball game. My editing here is really poor. We clearly indicate we always want, at throw-ins we just want habits and fundamentals to be great. Right, see our trail official on a non-competitive matchup is looking for what happens next. This is a great thing to do as trail here. Erroneous pass. Now our home team has a chance to take the lead. All right, we find a spot, open look officiating, screening action. Our lead is right on it. We're going to rotate. So we see the post action. White likes to go through this player who's in the post. Our lead gets over to have a look. We are in good position. Right? Again, right? So we see when the ball settles on the table side right here, Is this player going to shoot? No. Okay, I better get over, right? And now we got to get over and get a look on this matchup. And again, wide on the matchup. You got something from the backside. Very clear. End line throw in. We know the consequence of our whistle is an end line throw in this situation. Let's watch this inbounds play. This is obviously a critical play in the game. What are they going to run? Right? So you could say, hey, wait a minute. White extended a leg here, but watch what the defender does. The defender's not, they're expecting a switch, and they stay with white 15. Right? They were not trying to get over the screen. They were not tripped by the screen, etc. I love a no call there. All right, here's our, love it. Love it. That's the action you want in your game, man. This is not displacement by the offensive player. These are two players competing. They are both banging. I love that. Now our table lets us down. This confusion is obviously related to what's up on the scoreboard. Now you could say as a crew, we did not ensure after that last foul how many fouls there were, whether the next one was bonus, etc. But it's always disappointing when our table lets us down at key moments because it reflects on us as a crew. But in the end, we get it right. We're going to have a throw in. Now, what do we expect in this situation? There's only seconds remaining. White has the lead. White has the ball. Call the first foul, right? There's our take foul. Everybody knows we're going to get it right. We're going to a timeout. We have a 2-point game with 1 free throw to go. We want to talk through scenarios. If they miss, if they make, how many timeouts remaining? What is Black going to do in this situation? They obviously have to score. Does White have any fouls to give to help exhaust the clock? Let's be ready for that. They do not in this instance. But we're talking about all the things, how we want to position, make sure we have an opinion on a last-second shot, etc. All the things. And we have to think about both scenarios. They make the free throw, they miss the free throw. How many timeouts remaining? Right? Clock is stopped. Be aware of subs. We also have a recognition that we don't want our wild student section to come on the court at an end of game situation. We get game management involved. Here we go. Final seconds. It appears the ball behaves like it was tipped, but we communicate clearly as a crew, and the determination was made that it was not. Patience. Make sure you know where your crew is at. Perfect. Ball game over. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. So, just a lot, these situations, how we handle them is critical. This crew does a great job. We're looking at all of the things in these situations, trying to see what habits and fundamentals can I make sure that I have and that I incorporate. And so when I'm in this situation with my crew on this game, we're going to do all of the things. We're going to tick all of the boxes, right? And make great decisions for the game and have great habits and fundamentals that just jump off the screen, right? So this crew ends up with the open final in California, and they did a great job in that game as well. So we love to see great habits and fundamentals exhibited, man. There's so much to take away in these situations. I thought this crew did a great job. Yeah. all we could do is try to work, Mike, with our crew, right? So before that, so we had in that previous game where they couldn't reset to 0.3. Oh man, you want to know that your shot clock operator is in command of that unit. So, love that. All right. No, not that. Not that. Back there. Okay. Lots of drama. Lots of drama in the game. Oh, let's do this. Yeah, let me do the show wrap, and then we'll look at one final play. And we'll get out of here. Okay. Yeah, one thing that really jumps off at 5 Play Friday is the fact that we've got tremendous show supporters who help fuel our broadcast. Let me give them a shout out. Please, Ed Markey is up on the show supporter big board along with Eric Erickson, Matt Rossini, Gabriel Scott, and Steve Dunn Sr. Much appreciated, much love. You want to support? There's opportunities aplenty, including a link up above. Thanks for joining us on 5 Play Friday today. As the season comes to a conclusion, we have one solid ask, and that is always, if you find value with 5 Play Friday, give the video a like. Super helpful and much appreciated. I've got additional video content available, as well as training opportunities available. We will see you all in the very next episode. Take care, everybody. Wanted to get that in the can, as it were. But we will now go. All right, let's look now at another end of game situation. How does it all turn out? That's what we want to know. We like to end on a high note. Let's take a look.
Can the Spartans get this done with their best player on the bench? Ricketts across midcourt. It's Balligan right of the circle. Sanito. Monowar scored 7 of his 9 in the opening quarter. He's checked by Miles Jones. Gets a pick from Balligan to his left. Wants to drive. Balligan on the roll. Monowar back outside with 9 to shoot. Down to Balligan against Johnson. Balligan fouled and scores! Johnson complaining about the call, but he clearly hit Balligan on the shot. And that's the third foul on Johnson. So David Balligan goes to the free throw line. 61% from the line this season. First time he's been to the line tonight. Missed it. Rebound knocked out of bounds off of Sanito. Spartans 2 of 5 from the line tonight. Modesto 3 of 8. Crusaders down 2 at the basketball. This is Jeremiah Bernard. Over to Marcus Washington. Now it's Miles Jones against Sanito. Jones works away from a trap. 15 to shoot. Tries a drive on Sanito. Kicks it to Washington. Washington goes up and scores over Balligan. Washington now in double figures with 10. The third player for Modesto to reach double digits. He ties this game up. We're in the final 2 minutes.
Jones is a great-looking sophomore.
Transfer from Folsom. Jones scored 17 points in the Sac Joaquin section final, and there's a timeout by Coach Schroeder as he was worried that a 5-second call could have been made with Ricketts dribbling up top. The Spartans will take a full timeout, so we'll take a break as well. 49-49 our score, 1:44 to go. This is the NFHS. Those are the 2 most recent meetings between these 2 programs. Really, the only 2 times they've met in the last 20 years until tonight. Modesto won last year's semifinal in Modesto by a point. Spartans won by a point in the NorCal Open final 8 years ago under Coach A.J. Kuhl. It's Ricketts, Salke, Monowar, Sanito, and Balligan on the floor. Spartans trying to win with their best player on the bench. The ball was kicked by the Crusaders, but they're not going to reset the shot clock. And now the officials will talk it over. Ricketts does the inbounding. Got to get it in, and it's knocked out by Bernard playing the defense along the baseline.
Leo's got to move that basketball. I mean, first opportunity. He can't sit around and get a better look.
Spartans were up 6 after the first quarter, up 3 at the half, and up 3 entering this fourth quarter.
Modesto Christian saying, hey, Sanito, if you want to beat us, you can. Monowar, you want to beat us from outside, you can, but we're not letting Ricketts and Salke beat us.
This is Sanito. Again, you don't have much to shoot here. 5 on the shot clock. Sanito drives against Washington, and against 2 players, he gets tied up, and the possession error will give it to the Crusaders. Tried to make something happen, went into traffic and got tied up, and the Crusaders have the basketball in this tie game with 1:26 left.
And newsflash, Sykes is going to try to go to the right side here and go to work.
16 of his 18 points since halftime for Gavin Sykes, the 6'4" junior. And a timeout called by the Modesto Christian bench. And this, it will be a
shot on the floor, looking at some. And so hopefully, for the Spartans' sake and for Alex's sake, he's okay.
just tough luck for Blair and the Spartans. And the other quarterfinal that's going on tonight, Clovis North leads Branson by just a point in the final minute of that game, 49-48. Washington feeds Sykes. Sykes having a huge second half. You have to think he's going to shoot this possession. He goes at Monowar, lost the handle, Balligan to take away, but then Balligan did it right back to the Crusaders, and then they turn it over again. Wow.
That was crazy.
Here is the sequence here. Spartans get the takeaway. Crusaders get the takeaway. And then they can't take care of it, and they throw it into the stands. Tie game, final 56 seconds. Ricketts handles the basketball. Ricketts working against Jones, forced out to midcourt. Kills the dribble, feeds Monowar. Monowar down to Balligan on the left side, working against Johnson. Balligan spinning along the baseline, goes up, can't score, and the rebound goes to Washington.
Oh, no.
And Balligan hits the deck. Shot clock and game clock pretty even here. There's about a 1 second differential, so the Crusaders can hold for the last shot here in this tie game. And the Modesto fans all on their feet. Everybody's standing up right now, so we might as well too. Holding up top is Sykes. Sykes, 16 of his 18 in the second half. Working against Ibrahim Monowar.
He's going to try to go right here.
This is Sykes stepping into the lane. Tough off-balance shot, left it short. The rebound on the floor. Grabbed back by Sykes, put up and in at the buzzer, and the Crusaders have won. Gavin Sykes, buzzer beater.
All right, more excellent action. A great way to end the game. Obviously, a last-second shot goes in. Now, we have a tie game in this situation, so we're thinking about things potentially a little bit differently. But let's look at all the things. Our crew's in great position here. And there's a couple of key takeaways here is there's no crap that's put in the game, right? The players are allowed to compete. That's an obvious foul. Curl away, stay away, get the call from the right official. We're going to shoot free throws. Right, we want to be aware of time and score. We want to be aware of the foul situation, all of the things. We have a 2-point game. Back out of a rotation, which is great. Tight environment here on this court. Love it. Love it. Love that. That's the action you want in your game. We got strong players playing in a strong fashion. Right. We're not fighting for 6 feet, etc. We have shot clock here. They're going to run their offense. When it gets close, we initiate a count. We got a timeout request and grant. Very clear with the teams. This is a full. It's going to take a long time, man. We're coming in at the right spot, right? When we come in out of the timeout, we want to make sure everybody's ready. Where's my crew? Where are the players? Do we have the right amount of players? Table ready. Everybody's good. Look on the play. We got this funky action here where the ball hits the player on the foot. Their foot appeared to be stationary, right? Our coach says, hey, that's a kick. That's a kick, right? I'll tell you what, coach, let me ask my partner. This is great optics in the game, right? A little demonstration. His foot was on the floor. That's awesome. All right. Our trail a little reluctant to indicate start the clock there. I don't know if we have a clock issue here. We get things right. Right. Well, notice the position of our trail here at the 28-foot line. So many times you see officials there at the division line for this throw-in. Where's the game? All the players are right here. So this is fantastic. Got to be aware 9 seconds on the shot clock. So it's got to come quickly here. All right. Right. Ball gets in the front court. We got a timeout request. Where are we going to bring the ball in? We're going sideline, 28-foot line. Clearly delineated. Nice. Right, we want high certainty in this situation. We know White has a foul to give. Something funny happens. Right, we got action there. Right. So how are we going to officiate that action, right? First of all, just because something unusual happens like it does on this play, don't react with a whistle. That's for sure, and our crew doesn't. And then we got this action, right? Does this action by White lead to, should it result in a foul? If we're patient here for just a moment, right? Who gets the ball? Black. Yeah. That situation resolved itself. Now, if White had gotten it, and there had been a possession consequence, could we come with a late whistle there? Yes, we could. But our players make mistakes. It's just part of the game. We got subs. So we got this little tug of the arm by White, right? The two players. I love the no call there. Tie game. Be aware of consequence of whistles. Have discipline. Have resolve. Let the players play and compete. Let's watch this action. Great no call there. There was nothing there. Now Black's got the ball. It's under the shot. Oh, there's a slight discrepancy between the shot clock and the game clock. So we have to be aware of that. What is the discrepancy? If we had a shot clock violation, what would the time be on the clock? Be aware of this. Get out of the way, Yankees. Come on now. Hey, excuse me, sir. Excuse me. It's go time. Reset of the shot clock, or it goes off. Last second shot goes in. Emphatically score that baby. And we are out of here. Find a safe passage they got to get through. Yeah. All right. So another great action by our crew, positive habits and fundamentals. Right, on this show, we find lots of opportunities to find mistakes that crews make. But when we're analyzing our game video, we want to look for positives, things we're doing just right that fit the game, and we can find that in others. I want to be like that. I want to make sure that I check all the boxes in end-of-game situations in my game like this crew did in the way that they communicate, etc. So, great, fantastic example in this situation. I am not calling that travel. Although it was a tie game, right? It was a tie game, so we got to know the impact of our whistle. If we have a whistle in that situation, right? Other team gets the ball, but we don't end opportunities. Hey, Scott Calvin. Oh, okay. I see you working, Scott. I see you working. Yeah, this is a great game, and the crew did a good job. So well assigned, sir. Well assigned. Thank you, Darwin. Hey, more power to you, bro. You request an excessive timeout, I will grant your excessive timeout by rule, and you have successfully stopped the clock, but the other team will be awarded 2 free throws for a team technical foul and the ball for division line throw-in. I like when table crews troll me when I say it's a full, and then the announcer says, "Oh, a 60-second timeout." I always consider them to be trolling me. Yeah, I'm struggling here, man. I'm struggling. Thank you, Tom. Thanks for watching. All right, we have gone over. We've gone over. So I'm going to wrap things up. So we got one more show next week. Hopefully we're going to show lots of positives as well as maybe some mistakes that are made because, stuff happens. Stuff happens in end-of-game situations. We see it. The pressure builds on a crew. The pressure builds. High pressure, high scrutiny, but this is how diamonds are made of coal, right? And of course, if we can see somebody make a mistake and we can learn from it, and that helps us prevent that mistake or be aware of the possibility of that mistake, man, that's super valuable. So hopefully, hopefully. All right, I got to hit the road. We've gone a little over. Yeah, my basketball season is over. My high school season, obviously. And I am in off-season mode. I got work to do. Get my body right, and I'm committed to doing that. And we are well on the way to making that happen. All right, Chris, now here's the deal, man. You got to call it both ways tonight. And yeah, stay healthy and do what's right for the game, man. I know you will. Because here's the thing. If you are an official who, first of all, is an open look official, you are obviously in pursuit of open looks. You are aware of the system of mechanics you are operating, and you are working that system of mechanics. It jumps off of the screen. And if you are also willing to do what is right for the game, that also jumps off the screen. Right? So obviously Chris has given us a lot of video evidence. Now, he controls which clips he sends. But, that's what you want. And we've seen that in these two final crews, just doing the right thing for the game, being aware of all the things, etc. Golf begins, baby. I love it. Will I pick up clubs this off season? Will I? I know if my son comes out to visit, he's going to want to play. Maybe. Thanks, Mike. All right, everybody. I'm going to wrap it up. I appreciate you all. Have a great week, and we'll see you on Friday. See what comes up.